Vladimir Putin. There's going to be a meeting between Biden and Putin at some stage. How do you, as an administration, regard his strength? So it is said of him, isn't it, that he is an enormously strong leader. It is also said of him that actually there's a certain brittleness there, and you can see with Navalny, etc., that there may be. What's your assessment of his internal strength, his ability to do what he wants to do?
I have to tell you, we're less focused on President Putin or any one individual, and more focused on Russia's actions. And what President Biden has said very clearly and repeatedly is, if Russia acts recklessly or aggressively, as it did with the SolarWinds cyber intrusion, as it did with interference in our elections, as it did with what it's done to Mr. Navalny, then we will respond. We've demonstrated our very seriousness of purpose in terms of wanting to get back into the so-called JCPOA, compliance for compliance, and what we don't yet know is whether Iran is prepared to make the same decision and to move forward. Our teams are coming back together in the coming days, and we'll see.
I understand that you don't want to get involved in negotiations and matters that aren't your country's direct responsibility. But could I ask you at least to say that from your perspective, if Britain wants to hand money to Iran, which is after all something the United States did back in the Obama administration, America would not stand in the way.
It's a sovereign decision for the United Kingdom.
Right, okay.
We're not trying to contain China. We're not trying to hold it back. We recognize that countries have relationships with China, interests with China. We're not trying to say you have to choose between China and the United States. But here's what we are saying. We're in favor of upholding certain basic ideas, and in particular, this so-called rules-based international system that we and the United Kingdom, among others, have heavily invested in for generations. And that's been a benefit to us, been a benefit to countries around the world. Whenever anyone tries to undermine that system by not playing by the rules, by not making good on commitments it's made, then we will stand up and say, no, we don't accept that. So this is not directed at China per se. It is directed at upholding this rules-based order, because that has been the best guarantor of peace, progress, stability the world has seen over the last 75 years.
Can we do that upholding and also have a huge amount of Chinese investment in our economies?
Well, I think we have to be very careful about exactly what the nature is of that investment.